Hello guys, so today we are going to start our mean stack web development, and that we will be doing our front end web development. Okay, so let's start now. What technologies which we will be using today are HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, jQuery. These are the important four technologies which we'll be using today. So let's say HTML, and then we have head tag to define the relationships, to define the links, and then we have a body, which is the main part of it where the content is defined. So in order to get our style sheet, the links towards the Bootstrap, what we are going to do is we'll just go to Google and search for Bootstrap for W3 Schools. Okay, and W3 Schools is having a very good combination here of the links which are very useful for you. So just scroll down, keep scrolling down. You should get one link which is when you go to get started, and these are the four links which are important. The like latest compile main field CSS, and then jQuery, popper.js, and then so you just need to copy these and put it here. Okay, so you have a reference to each and every links which are important for defining using the classes which we are going to use in today's lecture. Okay, another important concept is called the font awesome. We will look at it later. Let's start our programming now. So let's create a div class, and then let's have it's called the class as a container. Okay, and margin, top margin, our focus here is to create a navigation bar. Okay, and top margin we are going to keep a 5 pixel space, and then we'll define our nav class. Okay, nav class. So first class is called navbar, and then we will define its properties. Navbar, how it should be dark, and its background should be, like for example, if we say danger, like red color, and then navbar expand large. So this is by using this tag navbar expand large, it will be responsive, it will adapt to the larger screens also. So that's the importance of this tag. So let's say we will use the href tag for linking. So it's right now it's just a static application which we are building, and we'll link it to, we'll self link it. So we use hash for it, and then let's say navbar, that is a class called brand. So this brand thing, what it will do is it will allow us to use the logo. Now not logo, you can call it as symbol. Now in order to get this symbol, what we are going to do is we are going to use one library known as font awesome. So we go to here and search for font awesome CDN link. Okay, so when you go here, yeah, this one, this is good. we just need a link in so that we can get started to Font Awesome. Maybe you can use CDN Cloud Pair Font Awesome link, and you can get it here, this one on W3 schools. So this is the Font Awesome link. You're going to copy it. Where you are going to put it in the header section. Okay, so that's the important thing done. Now you can actually use the Font Awesome symbols. So we will use the I tag, and then we'll define the class. Now class is equal to, let's keep it blank, I'll show you what we are going to do, and let's say know it with Radhey. Okay, and then we stop it. Now let's go to the Font Awesome library and let's look for the laptop. So Font Awesome, and here the brand icons, here are the icons. Okay, so if you want a car, you can use like let it load, like Fafa, Amazon, Fafa, Android. Okay, so this is how they have done. Now ours is like we can even have our own we can build our own icon also. That's possible, but let's see. So if you want to use this one, these are the brand icons. Okay, if you want to use something like anything, we can use it. We can use, for example, this symbol. Let's say if you want to use this symbol, or you want to use this symbol. Okay, so you just copy this, and we go to our and just define the class, and boom. So what will happen is, now let's run this code. So it's full stack web development. Let's open this folder. You can even run it using this. So it's running, but it's not showing here. So let's open this folder, like wherever it is, and then here. So we'll go to this folder. I will try to run this. Let's see what comes up. So it says no it with Radhey, and this is we said margin, a top margin 5 which we defined. Okay, so this is a very simple thing which we have done, but we need to do more. So what we are going to do is, we are going to create a class known as navbar toggler. So we'll be creating a button. Okay, and then we'll be calling a class known as navbar toggler. Okay, and then we'll define the jQuery property here as data toggle is equal to collapse, and data target is equal to menu. Okay, and then we'll define the spam span here. You can do it like this, it's better. Okay, and then we're defining the span. So span, we'll define a class known as navbar toggler icon. Okay, span and then button. Now it's time to define the div class. Div, and then we say that we are using the menu. Okay, and class is equal to collapse. Okay, collapse, and then we'll say navbar collapse. Okay, then we will have our list. Okay, so here we'll say class is equal to navbar, and then for navigation, so it's called nav, and then we'll be listing out the items. So class is equal to nav item. Okay, and then we'll be defining our href, and basically this is self-linked, and we'll call it as, we'll call a class. So class is equal to navlink, and then we'll call it as angular. Okay, so similarly, then what's there? For example, we are going to do React JS. Okay, and then we are going to do Node.js. Okay, and then we are going to do what we are going to do. We are going to do, for example, Python. Okay, so once this is done, we'll be having another list item. Of course it's a list, but here there is a trick. So you have seen like a navigation bar. For example, if we go to Amazon, let's say, or let's say go to let's go to Amazon. Okay, this is my account. When I go here, see, these are the nav items. See, this is the nav bar. Okay, and then these are the nav items, 1 2 3 4. So this is defined by a class called navbar, as we said. See, I'll show you here. So what we did is we defined a button class called navbar toggler and said use jQuery to collapse it, and then we targeted to a navbar toggler icon. So how this is functioning, let's see first. This one is clear, right? This one is like just our icon. So this icon and then this navbar. So that this is for that code, like class navbar brand. You will use navbar brand for defining your company logo. Okay, and then other things are simple, like navbar expand, as I said, for the larger screens, and then navbar dark for the color. You say, for example, success. Okay, there is one class which I will teach you, that different Bootstrap keywords will result in different colors. For example, if you use this and see, it changed the color for the success. So navbar success, but here it was a danger. Okay, so when it's a danger, it's this one. Okay, just a second, guys. So what's happening here? Oh, this color we have to change it to success, the background color, right? See, it's green now, right? So it's clear how it is working. So what we are saying is, we are comparing this Amazon. This is a drop down class and this is a navbar item class. So what we are going to make is, we are going to make a drop down in a list. So we are going to call a class known as nav item drop down. Okay, and then you're going to use the href. It's very easy for you now, guys. And then here is a nav link. Always nav link is important when you define the particular drop down menu. And so we will be using the nav link, and this link, what it's going to do is defined by jQuery. So this says it can be target or either I can be toggle, but we want to do a toggle with a drop down. Okay, drop down, we want to do toggle with a drop down. And now what you want to name it? You want to name it as, for example, courses. Okay, so we will name it as courses, and then we are going to define itag and class. We are going to say which type of class we can use. Fa caret down. Okay, so I'll show you how it is working, and then we will close our list. And from after defining this, we are in a list, we are adding a drop down menu. So we will be using div tag, and then we will be defining a class known as drop down menu. And then in the drop down menu, we will be defining the link, and we'll be calling a class called drop down item, and we'll be calling it as, for example, HTML. Let's say this is a front end. Okay, let's not make it front end, that's it. And we say HTML, and then you just need to copy this and keep on repeating for number of items you want. Okay, jQuery. So whatever we are learning today, whatever technologies we'll be using today, all technologies I have included here. Even there is a JavaScript, but we are not doing JavaScript today, we'll be doing in the next lecture. So JavaScript, okay, and that's it. So once you do this, your page will look like this. And when it's not showing me anything, right? It's this type of errors happen. It's not an error, but remove this. Let's save it. Then try to refresh it. So it's there, but it's not showing me any. It's not showing me any the things, because sometimes due to the caching or it's not able to get the classes sometimes. So this happens. What we are going to do is we are going to close this. So we just restarted this file, and we just checked the links. The links are proper, and there was one issue with the tag, like the closing of the tag, so we fixed it. We were just supposed to remove the div tag from here, because here you can't close the div, like the whole division. We don't need to close it. It just starts here and it just finishes here. Okay, the main div tag. Okay, now I will be changing here. I've set the background as the danger, so background as red and navbar as light, so you can actually see what's happening. And here we are going to change this spelling mistake. This is a spelling mistake. Drop down and okay, and we save it. Now let's see how it looks. So we go there, we refresh it. See, it looks very good. Angular, React, Node.js, Python, and when you click on front end, HTML, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, JavaScript. Now, to make it compatible with the mobile, see, so automatically the data toggler is used, and we can drop down. So this is how a basic navigation bar can be made. Which is more user friendly. It's like it can adapt to your different screen sizes. So this is how we can make it using Bootstrap. So I will recap the whole session here. So what we did is, first of all, we define HTML tag, and then we define head. In head we are giving the reference. In the body we are writing the actual code which will be showing on the screen. So links are, first one is the Font Awesome link, and the 4 other links are from W3 Schools for the Bootstrap and jQuery. Okay, now in the body tag, in the body we have defined a div tag. In the div tag we have said the class as container with top margin 5. So we are taking a container, and then we are defining a navbar. So navbar, and then we are defining its properties. So navbar, how the navbar should be, this is a super class, and then these are the subclasses of it. So navbar should be light color, its background should be danger, that's a red color, and then navbar expand, and for the large screens it should be adaptable to the large screens. Okay, and then self-referencing it, and then we are calling a class called navbar brand. This will actually fit your logo inside in a proper way in the navigation bar. Okay, then we are defining one button called navbar toggler. So this is a navbar toggler. Actually this one is a navbar toggler. So what we are doing is, we are calling a jQuery function data toggle is equal to collapse. So when and data target as menu, and then data navbar toggler icon, we are defining that icon. So in the div class, this is the menu, we are referencing it here, and then we are calling a class called collapse navbar collapse, and then we are calling a class called navbar nav. So it's for the navigation items. So here should be nav item, class nav item. Okay. So here all this should be nav item. Then also it work because it's just a listing, due to listing in you unlisted there's a list, so it work actually. But it won't work if you have a dynamic application, if you have a proper linking being done. So it's important to use the classes. So super class was navbar, then we have nav, and in the nav we have nav item. So in nav item we are having a nav link, so item and then link. So what is item? This is an item. Okay, nav item, and this is and then when you click on it, it's a link. Okay, so we said link till Python, and then what we did is we defined a nav item, but that item was of a type called drop down, and then we referenced it to the link, and we say data toggle is equal to drop down, and then we define the name of the first like this one, the front end. That's the item itself. So that item was defined, and then we use div class to use a drop down menu and define HTML, CSS, jQuery, all these things. So this is how you can make a good looking navigation bar. Navigation bar is the first step to start with your front end development, and see how cool it is. So thank you guys, thanks for watching this video. We'll be coming with lots of more videos, and we'll be teaching you complete mean stack development free of cost through this channel. So subscribe our channel and share it. Thank you so much. And one more thing, I'll be sharing this code to you in the description. There will be a GitHub link which you can use it to get this code. Okay, thank you so much guys, have a nice day, bye.